Chalmette High School on this beautiful spring day. A Terrific Teens Gathering is a wonderful event because it gives us an opportunity to recognize students who have been singled out for many different reasons. It's a rather unique event, the Terrific Teens. A Terrific Teen has to be specifically nominated by a teacher for this award, and the teacher can only nominate one student. As you will hear and read, the reason for each nomination must be expressed in writing by the teacher. A terrific teen may be the best student or the hardest worker, the student who has always done his best, or the student who is now beginning to do his best. The student who has a great attitude or has the most talent. In short, there are many avenues to becoming a terrific teen. And whatever your nomination is for, congratulations to you. Because when we tell you the history of this, you realize there are very few students who have ever been nominated for terrific teens. I want to thank you, the parents and grandparents who are here with us today, for sending your student to Chalmette High School. We truly have an extraordinary student body here, and it's because of your efforts, the parents and grandparents, that they are here this morning. So thank you for sending them to us. It's a pleasure having them. Our speaker today is Mrs. Kelly Watson, Assistant Principal here at Chalmette, and a former terrific teen. Ms. Watson.
There are many opportunities for recognition here at Chalmette High School, but few are as grand as the Terrific Teen Award. This award is given to students who have demonstrated the ability to live by our school's motto of being respectful, responsible, and positive, an endeavor that is more easily said than done. You see, it takes practice and commitment to excellence to meet these standards regularly, even for adults. And yet, here we sit among 57 young people, all who have demonstrated the maturity, wisdom, and self-discipline to meet our motto's 3 components. Many people have asked, what makes a terrific teen terrific? I have attempted to capture the qualities of the terrific teen using Chalmette High's standard as a guide. The terrific teen is respectful. He is, at the very least, courteous to others and acts in obedience towards his elders. The terrific teen is responsible. He takes care of himself and his environment and works diligently as a student. Finally, the terrific teen is positive. Every day he triumphs over hardship with a smile and chooses to see the world for all of its opportunity. As you will soon see, recognition for the Terrific Teen Award is given for many reasons, each as unique as the person who receives it. However, one thing is for certain, the terrific teen strives towards excellence in all areas and seeks to become not only a great student, but a polite, caring, and well-rounded individual. The terrific teen brings our school's motto to life, embodying respectfulness, responsibility, and positivity. So congratulations to you families, and congratulations to you terrific teens.
Terrific Teens came out of another program that the Kiwanians instituted about 24 years ago, something like that. And how many of you out here who are now terrific teens were terrific kids? Would you raise your hand? Quite a few, quite a few. You've always been terrific, haven't you? So usually we have Dr. Donald Duplanche come forward, and he kind of tells us a little bit about the Kiwanians and their involvement in this group. But today we have with us, we have two Kiwanians. We have Mrs. Shirley Pichon, who will come forward and speak. And we also have with us Mr. Terry Petrie, who's seated with us on the stage. Ms. Pichon.
Thank you. I don't have anything written, but I have been thinking about this because Dr. Don is not here today. He and Dorothy Hills, Chalmette Refining, are integral parts of the Terrific Teen, Terrific Kid program that we have instituted here in St. Bernard through the Kiwanis Club. And without Chalmette Refining's help and financial support, it would be a difficult program to keep going, because we want to recognize the terrific teens in the audience, at least to make sure that you remember when you were a terrific kid, how it was to be a terrific kid then, but how important it is to be a terrific teen, because that is what you're going to take with you through your life. It's not the grades so much today. It's about being a good citizen and a good student, a friend, a daughter, a son, and watching your parents and having those good examples in your life that you are taking with you. Those grades, though, will help you definitely down the way. I was never a terrific kid because we didn't have that program way back when. So, but I always knew I was a terrific kid. And I think in your mind, even those who are not terrific teens today, you know you're a terrific kid, you know you're a terrific teen. Keep it with you, practice it, give it to the next person behind you so that they can themselves become terrific teens, and it will take you further in life than you realize. Dr. Don's not here today. I know he wishes he was. He always gives a wonderful speech because he is such a community leader. He works with 4-H, he works with the animals, the St. Bernard Veterinary Hospital. He loves what he does. He loves this program, and he loves to promote and educate you terrific teens on how to go the next step. He's way better at it than I am, but I want you to know how special you are to him and to all of the Kiwanis Club. And thank you, good luck, and keep it going.
The other half of this partnership with Terrific Teens is also with Chalmette Refining. And we have with us today Elizabeth Ellison Frost and Mrs. Dorothy Hills. And Chalmette Refining has been a wonderful partner in dealing with this particular activity and in many other activities here at Chalmette High School. So we'd like to ask Ms. Dorothy Hills to come forward and just say a few words.
I'd like to say good afternoon, and first of all, I'd like to always acknowledge our terrific teens. I want to say congratulations to you on the job well done. I'd like to congratulate the parents and grandparents and family members and friends who came out to support them today. We're happy that you've taken time out to be here today. We encourage everyone to listen up to all the wonderful things that the teachers have acknowledged about each and every one of the students. We'd like to congratulate Mr. Warner and his staff, and we'd like to also thank them for continuously, housing this program here at Chalmette High School. It is very important to Chalmette Refining and the Kiwanians that, we come into the schools and we acknowledge the students on the job well done. As Mr. Warner mentioned a few minutes ago, there's a lot of different avenues you can take to get where you are today. And as Ms. Shirley said, we want to encourage you to continue to stay on that path and don't ever let anyone sway you from that path. Continue to do what you're doing no matter what goes on around you, because you are the leaders, our future leaders, and it's what you do now that's going to continue to take you where you need to be in the future. I want to say also, I spoke to Dr. D on last night and again this morning. He is feeling a little under the weather. He's very, very sorry and that he cannot be here, because he always looked forward to coming out and giving you all some guidance and some suggestions and some of his own life experiences, giving you some insight on what it took and what he did to get where he is today. So I just encourage you all to think about him. I know a lot of you probably know him from the Terrific Kids program. If you were ever a Terrific Kid, he's been in your schools many a times. I encourage you to just remember him in your thoughts and in your prayers, and just know that he's really sorry that he cannot be here today. And finally, I'd like to say again, congratulations on behalf of Chalmette Refining, and thank you to Mr. Warner and his staff once again. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Carol Munt, Assistant Principal at Chalmette High School. Once our guests are organized on the stage, we'll begin the presentations. Let me remind you that I am simply voicing the nomination statement that each teacher made when he or she nominated your student for this particular spring activity, Terrific Teens for the spring semester. So I will voice what the teachers have said about your wonderful students. Mohammed Abdel Aziz is a very courteous and respectful student who is always ready to give assistance to other cadets. Mohammed's positive qualities make him an ideal future leader. River Alfonso is an enthusiastic student in swim class who puts forth 100% effort when learning new swim skills. I can always count on him to be responsible, positive, and caring toward the other students in my class. His leadership has a positive effect on others in class. I appreciate having River in my class. Javonte Bailey pushes himself in class and dreams big. Over 3 years, I have watched him grow from a playful boy to a responsible young man with a ton of heart. He encourages his peers to do better and be better people. Inside and outside school, Javonte is hardworking and motivated. I am honored to have known and taught him. Kelsey Borderline is an amazing young lady who is positive in every way. Hardworking, conscientious, and responsible are just a few words that describe her good character. Kelsey is doing a fantastic job in my class. Mariah Bounds is remarkably inquisitive, courteous, and helpful. She exhibits a sense of duty, an attention to detail, and a desire for excellence when facing new challenges that is matched by few. Her confidence, composure, and insight as a student, as well as a leader amongst her peers, truly set Mariah apart. Brianna Brandt is an all-around good student who is a pleasure to have in class. Brianna always participates in class discussions and consistently exhibits a good attitude. Candice Broadmeyer is a genuine young lady. She is diligent with any task in which she participates, whether it is academic or service-oriented. Her good character will allow her to succeed in the future. I am blessed to have met such a lovely soul this year. Zarinia Callender is an excellent example of the ideal Chalmette High PBIS student. She serves as a model to her classmates by being respectful and super responsible. She is a pleasure to have in class. Rachel Carter is a polite young lady who always demonstrates responsibility and follows through with commitment. She has a bright future ahead and will make Chalmette High School proud. Dante Cash is a serious student. He is dedicated to his academic studies, always working and conscientiously meeting his goals. His work is of a high caliber, registering understanding and an interest in knowing. A quiet, intelligent student, Dante represents the best of Chalmette High. Chelsea Cazenave is one of the most respectful and responsible students I have had the pleasure of teaching. She is friendly, helpful, and personable, and always gives her all to her classwork. Jenna Coulon goes out of her way to extend her positivity to everyone she meets. She is a wonderful student who is always eager to help. Lauren Kronvich is the definition of a perfect student. She displays a tireless effort and is always a pleasure to it is always a pleasure to have her in class. Duha Darwish is the kind of student who quietly does the right thing every day. She is intelligent, inquisitive, thoughtful, polite, and mature beyond her years. Duha is also a great student, an avid reader, and a great patron of the library. Gabrielle Decotis is an exceptional student who is always actively making our school a better place, both in and out of the classroom. Her cheerleader spirit lifts those around her to become better students and individuals. Her work ethic to master content in class goes above and beyond. She is truly deserving of this award. John Edwards is a fantastic student. He always comes to class with a great attitude and work ethic, and his behavior is exceptional. He is a leader in class and a terrific role model for other students. Alexis Incardez is one of those students that every teacher wishes she had in her classroom. She goes above and beyond with her assignments and makes great contributions to classroom discussions. I will miss having her in my class next year. Andrea Flores is an exceptional student. She is hardworking, always willing to help others, and has great class participation. She is a joy to have in class. Madison Foster is a quiet student who cheerfully does what she is supposed to do in class every day. She is a joy to have in class. Gabrielle Gonzales is a hard worker and wonderful student. She leads by example and helps whenever she is asked. I have enjoyed teaching Gabrielle for 2 semesters and cannot wait to see all of the great things she will accomplish in the future. Olivia Gonzales is an incredible, responsible, hardworking student who has great class participation. She goes above and beyond what is expected and is always willing to help her peers. Elena Graybert is a wonderful young lady who is full of potential. She is always cheerful and enthusiastic about school and life. She encourages her fellow students to succeed and will assist them in any way possible. She always completes her work on time. Elena is a delight to have in class every day. Alison Griffin is always a leader with class discussions. She comes into class daily with a positive attitude, ready to work, and always produces quality assignments. She's a joy to teach and to see learning every day. Emily I Meade is an amazing young lady who has a thirst for knowledge. She is always asking questions and trying her hardest, whatever the task. She is also one of the most polite and caring students I have ever met. She is definitely deserving of this honor. Tyler Harrington is a respectful, kind young man who always shares a smile with everyone he meets. He is responsible and hardworking. Tyler always tries his best and works through any and all adversities and never complains about the difficulty of a task. Shanna Abair is a phenomenal student in all aspects, whether it is her hard work during and outside of class or her positivity to support her classmates. Any teacher would be lucky to have Shanna in class. Gabrielle Hernandez always has a smile on her face when walking into my classroom. She tries her best each and every day and pulls the best out of her peers as well. She strives to be respectful, responsible, and positive at all times. Sara Hogan is a wonderful student who takes great pride in her school and her education. She has never missed a commitment, has always been prepared for class, and has always given her full attention to producing the best possible outcome of any situation, assignment, or performance. Jordan Hollingsworth is one of those amazingly exceptional students who possesses a keen intellect, uncompromising kindness and compassion, and an unparalleled drive to be the absolute best she can be. The icing on the cake, as wonderful a student as she is even a better person. Montrell Howard has so impressed me with the amount of growth and maturity he has shown over the past 2 years that I have been privileged to teach him, both as a sophomore and a senior. He is never afraid to ask for help, and he constantly pushes himself to improve. He fosters a genuinely warm atmosphere in class and is nice to everyone he meets. His openness allows other students to also feel comfortable participating and asking questions. Rose Johnson is a self-motivated young lady who pushes herself to excel. She is always very helpful to others and respectful to her teachers. I enjoy having her in my class. Anishia Lacey is an exemplary Chalmette High student. Not only is she a diligent and dedicated hard worker, she is mature beyond her years. Her positive attitude, friendliness, and kindness always brighten my day. Anishia has a bright future ahead of her. I can't wait to see all of the wonderful things that she will accomplish and those she will help along the way. Jared Lemoyne is an outstanding student in so many ways. He is always respectful, responsible, and positive. I enjoy having Jared in my class every day. Jayvon Lewis is a respectful young man whom I have had the pleasure of teaching as a sophomore and again as a senior. He has an incredible positive attitude that is contagious and an inspiration to his peers. He is a model gentleman and represents Chalmette High School well. Alexandra Licciardi is a wonderful student with a great desire to learn. She is attentive in class and is always willing to lend a helping hand to students who need extra help or a teacher who needs a helping hand. I am so proud to nominate her for this honor. Chelsea Lividay is an exceptional student and extraordinary group leader. Chelsea's leadership skills always exceed my expectations. I am so glad to have her in my class. Rebecca Lund exhibits all of the ideal qualities of a terrific teen. She faces adversity and challenges with dignity and grace and always manages to stay on top of her studies. She is kind to her peers and treats others with compassion and understanding. Rebecca is a positive role model for other students to emulate. Darren Marlar is an incredible student who is both quick to learn and adapt to the new lessons and very good at helping to teach his fellow students. Darren is always respectful to others and has a cheerful disposition. Rajane Major is an unassuming young lady who is dedicated and self-driven. Thank you. I'll get better. And exhibits maturity well beyond her peers. She embodies our PBIS motto of being respectful, responsible, and positive. Rajane has a very bright future ahead and will surely receive many more accolades because she has set her bar high. Danielle Mccastle is a hardworking and determined young lady who epitomizes the terrific teen. Danielle has high aspirations for life that she will, no doubt, accomplish. I cannot wait to see what her future holds. Christian Wynn is a hardworking, respectful student with an amazing attitude. He is an outstanding pre-calculus student with the ability to conquer difficult mathematical tasks with ease. Christian is a joy to have in class. Angel Nolan is a wonderful student. She always works so hard to overcome life's obstacles and be successful. She is truly an inspiration to her classmates. Emily O'Neill has been an exemplary student throughout the year. She is a positive presence in the classroom and the lives of other students. She highly deserves to be recognized with this honor. Emerson Perez is a hard worker who tries extremely hard to learn and be successful in my class. He is very polite and always has a smile. He is a joy to have in class. Talia Peters is always on task in class. She is responsible and is very hardworking. She also willingly helps other classmates whenever they ask her to explain a difficult concept. She is an asset to any class and a pleasure to teach. Jeremy Petrie is never late to class, completes all of his work on time, and never misses an opportunity to help me. As a student in both my chemistry and physics classes, Jeremy has consistently been someone I can count on. Furthermore, he has been an active member of the CHS Computer Science Club. His maturity and class are unparalleled in my experience at Chalmette High School. Caitlin Petrie is a wonderful all-around person. She maintains her grades while being involved in sports and the ambassador program for CHS. She offers help to others without being asked and comes to school every day with a positive attitude and friendly greetings. A Miracle Ramsey is an extremely hard worker and a conscientious student. She maintains a positive attitude in the face of adversity. She shows curiosity and enthusiasm for class material. She is always engaged in our class novels, and she is intrinsically motivated to read. Zoe Rudisill is a self-motivated young lady who strives for perfection. She comes to class every day prepared and ready to work. Her cooperative nature and impeccable manners make her a role model for her peers. Evan Savoy is a hard worker both in and out of the classroom. He is always polite, respectful, and dedicated to being the best student and athlete he can be. Evan sets an example that all of his peers should follow. Alex Saragusa is a leader among his peers. Whatever the task, Alex is always there to help model class activities to the younger students. Alex stands as a great example for all that a Chalmette High School student should be. Sarah Tesson is a delightful young lady. She has a positive attitude toward learning and maintains an A average in my class. Sarah is always willing to help out her peers whenever called upon. It is my pleasure to have her in my class. Quentin Toruno is awesome. He has a perfect 4.0 in my class, and he always comes to class ready to learn and participate. He remains engaged throughout class. I am blessed to have him as a student. He is a delight to have in class. Akiria Track is an extremely hardworking and motivated student. She always tries her best and never gives up. Akiria is respectful and is always willing to lend a helping hand. Barry Trig is an incredibly hardworking and dedicated student. He maintains a positive attitude, perseveres when assignments are challenging, and is always kind to others. It is an honor to nominate him. Leandria Yates is a delightful student to have in class. She has been working super hard this semester, and it shows. She has such a positive and friendly attitude. I really enjoy having her as a student. Reagan Youngs is an outstanding student who is an excellent influence on her peers. She is upbeat, respectful, hardworking, and helpful at all times. It is a pleasure to have Reagan in my class. Ladies and gentlemen, our spring 2015 terrific teams. Congratulations to each of you.
My congratulations to you also. Truly a great group of people we have here. There are many people who help us put this together, and it takes a little bit of work. It takes a lot of work, paperwork-wise, to get together. So I'd like to thank our librarians, Mrs. Peggy Swartz and Mrs. Brenda Boulware, for helping us to do this. Also, Mr. and Mrs. Cassar, you'll meet Mrs. Cassar. She's sort of a hostess up in the library with the luncheon we're going to have. Also, our school ambassadors who helped get our parents in tonight. Also, our cafeteria workers who prepared the food. And most of all, we'd like to thank our representatives from Kiwanis Club and the Chalmette Refinery, who are great partners with Chalmette High School in many events that we have. And I feel as though I could call on them if ever I had a problem. And you can't say that about a lot of different groups, but these two groups are very, very exceptional.